Hello, this is Amanda Farlinger with From Where I Stamp near Kingston, Ontario, Canada. And I apologize for my voice. I've allergies which are affecting it, but we are going to be creative today. And we're using the Naturally Gilded designer paper or specialty paper, I guess it's called, because it comes in these three colors. We have gold on vanilla, we have silver on white, and we have copper on, I guess it's white. So we have three different colors. And I thought I would be able to make a layout with it, no problem. And I get them here and I've been staring at them for a while going, what am I going to do with these things? So let's try to make it pretty and to do a layout. All right, put those up there. So I was playing around, if I can pick up the paper to show you. So we're going to need some grid paper. And you can use our Memento black ink to make the silver really, really pop. So see how that, oops, I didn't quite work. See how that really, really pops? So we are going to do this bottom part, which I probably should have done some of it before recording, but it doesn't take too long. So you just want to take your sponge dauber. You could use the blending brushes. You could use those if you wanted. And you're just dabbing the ink. So you could do this the same with our classic stamp pads. So we just want to, this is fun, to be messy. And you know what? I'm going to try. Doesn't work as well as the sponge dauber. The sponge dauber really gets that ink in there. But you can come back with your sponge dauber. Now, if you also had a refill, you could put the refill, squirt some refill down. And this probably looks like a big old mess right now. But you know what? This is fun. This is lots of fun. Make a mess. Get your fingers dirty. Because being creative is fun. And we all need to take some time to do something creative every day. So whether that's playing with ink, or reading a book, or listening to music, or whatever you like to do to be creative. So actually that was a little bit faster than I thought it was going to be. And of course I got ink on my thumb. But the nice thing is it will wash off. Usually the next day in the shower when I do my hair, when I wash my hair, the ink will come out. I'm doing this first before we put the rest of the layout together because we want this to dry just a little before we go and assemble the rest of the layout. Okay, so now I think that's dark enough. And let me know in the comments, have you ever tried doing this? I would say like Emboss Resist. If you've done like embossing on a color, then you get this same effect. Or if you've tried doing this on this kind of paper before. And the last step is you just go lightly over it with a piece of paper towel or a Kleenex just to pick up that excess ink like that. My lid back on there so I don't get ink more everywhere. And now you want to make sure to use Memento ink or our classic stamping pads because the StazOn will stick. Oh, I see a spot that needs a little bit more. So sponge daubers just stick right on your finger like so. That one probably needs to be replaced, I should say. All right, so That looks pretty good. What do you think? So there's the first step to this layout. You could do the whole page if you wanted, but like I tried it here just to make sure I liked it because I knew this part I was going to cover over. So there is one color done. So now we can put this off to the side. I don't know, I have little sponge dauber flakes coming off. All right, so next up, we're going to do some stamping and some die cutting. All right, okay, there we go. So we have the He's All That stamp set, and He's All That, or All That dies, and they coordinate together. We have this Every Day With You is Another Adventure, and I'll show you photos here in a few minutes of what's inspiring this layout. So if you want to play along with this layout, it is one of my 3 scrapbook sketches. So you there's a link in the description where we'll have all the details for you, more photos, a link to the supply list, and also to sign up to receive my 3 easy, fun scrapbook sketches. And I've updated them because we have a new catalog coming in May. So if it's something you'd like to learn to get the dimensions of this layout, whoopsie, that should be okay. I had the ink up there. But if you'd like to receive the layouts, go to that link in the description. Let's see, do I have to restamp this thing? Maybe I'll restamp it. That's why I have extra white. Because I really don't need that. Because we're not using a photopolymer stamp set this time. I guess I've been using a lot of photopolymer stamp sets lately. Okay, so we're just going to clean that off a little bit. And we're going to stamp that again. So try not to get as much ink on the silly thing. Stamp it. There we go. That looks better. And then we want to clean it with the Simply Chamois. And the darker colors can take just a little bit more cleaning, which is not a problem. Put this back. And then we want to take out the Stampin' Cut and Emboss mini machine. What I probably didn't do was make sure this was 3.5 inches, because that's what size of paper the mini machine can take. The larger machine can take 6 inches or something like that, but this is only 3.5-inch platform. A little more light there so you can see. All right, so now we're going to put this die here. Oh, whoops. Okay, it flew off. There we go. So there is my stamped greeting, or I'm going to call it my title for my scrapbook layout. And then we're going to take some Lemon Lime Twist, which is a returning in color, which is really bright and fun. So if you haven't heard, the new colors will be coming in May with the new catalog. All right, there we go. So we have this little Lemon Lime Twist label. And, oh yes, I wanted to stamp one more thing. So I wanted to do Love This Guy, because it also has a coordinating die. We're going to do, excuse me, I think we're going to do it Lemon Lime Twist. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. I wanted something that wasn't going to really draw a lot of attention, so be dark, like the shaded spruce, But I wanted, I think, because I don't have the photos yet, I think that I want it to point to one of the photos. All right, so I had given myself a goal because I find that I love scrapbooking with photos, because to me the photos give you the colors. Oops. Oh yeah, where's my masking paper? Hang on. I move things around and now I don't know where things are. If not, we're gonna use a, okay, I can't find it. I had masking paper, Stampin' Up! Has masking paper, which is awesome. But I just want to hold this still, and that masking paper would have been perfect, but you can also use a sticky note. There, because that won't hurt it. So I like scrapbooking when I have the photos in hand, because then I can make sure I have the right size of photo layer on my layout, that the colors coordinate. That's how I like to scrapbook, rather than doing what I'm doing now, which is creating the layout, and then I'm going to add photos after. But these particular photos, which I'll show you. So this is Hoover, my dog. This is from 2011. So I have quite a few years I have not scrapbooked. And then we have, so you can see the lemon lime twist in it. And then, can we go to another photo? There we go. There's that cute little face. And then there's the big photo that I think will be the main focus of the layout. All right, so remove that. So we have our label die cut. It's 2 stamped and die cut images. So they are ready. So let's assemble. Man, I've got to clean up her. There we go. All right, so move things out of my way. So we have our 12 by 12 paper, which we've done the basic black on the bottom. And I think we might need that Kleenex back just for a minute. There we go. That's better. So then we have some Whisper White 12 by 12 paper that I've cut, which I can't even remember to what dimensions. And Pebbled Path is a new in color, and I didn't get it in 12 by 12. So you can use 8.5 by 11 paper. You could cut a 1-inch strip off the 11-inch side if you wanted to put along the bottom. Or you can cut 2 pieces of 6 by 1 or 1 by 6 to put along the bottom. And it's really up to your preference. Because I'm going to put a silver piece along the top, I figured that I better do a full 12-inch with this cardstock. So you just want to butt it up there. There, good enough. And then we have this silver, and I can't remember what it was called. Let's see, I have the pack right here. So this is a silver foil specialty pack. So it has, like, you can tell there's 3 different silvers in here. So I felt this would be the best color with that silver bottom. Now I'm putting the silver foil underneath this Whisper or the basic white piece, but if you're going to put it over top, I would recommend using Terran tape, because then you won't get bumps. If you use the liquid adhesive with foil paper, then you can get bumps on the foil. But because the foil is behind the paper, you won't get the bumps. Okay. So, anyway, I think I was talking about photos. So the photos I love having to create my layouts, and I have photos coming. I finally ordered my photos, and I don't know how long it'll be to get here, but oops, how did I get? Okay, be careful when you're putting the glue, because now I got glue in the center. I'll have to cover that up. All right, so I think this is the way I want it to. Oops, I'm getting glue on my finger. All right, let's try this again. So the photos are coming. So I'll be able to put these photos into this layout, but that means that I challenged myself to have the photos sent off to be printed by Easter. So I'm not too far behind. If anyone else hasn't printed their photos in a while, I challenge you to print your photos, because if you're a scrapbooker, you need to save your photos and make sure to journalize, because that's another thing that I fall short on, is journaling my photos. All right, so what do you do if you're not sure what kind of layout to put together? So here, this is an idea, and this is one of my scrapbook sketches, which the link is in the description, that you can find the supply list to purchase these products, especially if you live in Canada, because I'm a Canadian demonstrator. But also, how do I come up with layout ideas? So this here is a layout that I made from, I think I made it in 2017, of our move back to Ontario in 2008. So this layout is kind of similar to what I'm doing today, just with different paper and different colors. So the lemon lime twist was the in color back in 2017. And I pulled the black and the white from this layout, as well as the lemon lime twist. And I'm going to use that big photo of Hoover at the picnic table here, and then the other two photos of him in the water and whatever the other one was, they're going to go here. So these aren't quite 3x4. They're a little smaller, but you can just do like a film strip across your layout. So that's what my aim is here. We have our basic white strip here, and then I'll have kind of a smaller than 4x6 photo here, smaller than 3x4, two of them here. So we're going to take our pieces. Where's my dimensionals? And those photos were from when Mom and I took the dogs, her dog and my dog, her dog Samuel, my dog Hoover, and we went to Charleston Lake Provincial Park, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I am. And it's the provincial park that I kind of grew up going to all the time. So we took the dogs on a walk, on an adventure. So this another adventure saying is perfect for these photos. And it's on I think it's the Sandstone Island Trail. I have to double check what it's actually called. But there's this loop, and there's a little picnic spot with these really cool rocks that kind of, I think them of the fingers, and they go out, and you can walk out a little bit. And that's what Hoover was standing on at one point. All right. So there we go. All right, so the designer paper, the specialty paper, it's an online exclusive. And if you do see them on the store and it says currently unavailable, that means it's coming back. If it's any of the items in the, that you've seen on under online exclusives, if it's no longer there, then that means it's not returning. So these are items that are outside of a catalog. And Stampin' Up, this is something new this year. So they'll be releasing more, I think, in September. All right, so because I have like a sticky spot there, I'm just going to put this right here. Right there. Okay. So there's my layout. I'm not gonna add any more embellishment right now. I'm not sure where I'll put some journaling, whether I will take some like basic white and I'll probably just stick it under here somewhere type deal and just put it here. That's most likely what I'll do, is put some journaling here. And because I'll look up the date. I know it was 2011, but it'd be nice to have the date there, and just some fun things about who were playing in the water and whatnot, and what trail we were on at what park. And then I'll pop the 3 photos in here once they arrive, hopefully really, really soon. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe. And at the end of the video will be my last week's video of how to create a birthday scrapbook layout using new product that will be coming in May. So the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. So if this is something that you've enjoyed, this layout and tutorial, that's another one of the sketches that are included in my 3 scrapbook sketches freebie. And that link to receive all the information and the supply list for these products, or the products used on this layout, will be in the description below. So I'll see you next week.